Three black people, all killed, sparked worldwide calls for racial justice. And now, years later, their names, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner, and Trayvon Martin, are still chanted as the black community continues to fight for justice. Their fight is now being led by their families. And this week, the mothers of Eric Garner, Breonna Taylor, and Trayvon Martin will share their journeys. Inspire NOLA is helping to make this all happen. Founder and CEO Jamar McNeely is joining us to tell us how they're bringing this conversation to students and the general public. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for allowing me to be here this morning.
Yeah, I know you are calling this the Mothers of the Movement education event. Tell us more about what you have planned for tomorrow and Friday.
Well, it's definitely a wonderful opportunity for our students, our staff members, as well as our community to come together to not only motivate and rally around our students, but also have an impactful conversation around resiliency. These mothers are excited to be here tomorrow. They're excited to not only have a conversation with you Thursday at McDonald 35, and we want to thank you for agreeing to be the host and be a moderator, but just to have that conversation around resiliency, to have the conversation around we can get through COVID, we can get through Hurricane Ida, and they're here to not only motivate our students, but motivate our city around some wonderful conversations around resiliency.
That's wonderful. And then Friday, you're going to make sure the students hear from these mothers.
Yes, Fridays is designed to be a pep rally for our students. Our students have been through a lot. This year is not normal. These last 24 months have not been normal for our students. So we're using Friday as a wonderful resiliency pep rally for our students to motivate not only educators, but students to say that we can get through this. Like, although we know there's been very difficult times, we can persevere through these trying times and have a successful school year, as well as make sure we're transforming our students' lives through wonderful experiences.
Definitely. It's such an important message from three very strong women. And I think it's so important in the education system that's often criticized for not teaching enough about Black history or Black current events. This is going to help immerse these students in something that is happening right now, a fight for racial reckoning.
Without a doubt, all of our students have heard the name Breonna Taylor. All of our students have heard the name Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner. This is actually the 10-year anniversary of the Trayvon Martin's murder. So that will be a wonderful conversation where our students have the opportunity to hear these mothers' perspective. They have the opportunity to see you as well on tomorrow afternoon to hear this conversation. And we look forward to this wonderful opportunity to empower our youth. This is a wonderful time. This is a free opportunity for our community. I cannot state that enough. On Thursday at McDonald 35 for our communities that definitely have did the rallies to come out and support these wonderful ladies, to hear their true story, to understand how these protests are affecting them, to understand their journey, their life, to understand how these tragedies are currently affecting their life, and understand the resiliency in this moment of how they're trying to motivate our students through their experiences.
Definitely, and what a great example for them. I think so many of us have been so impressed by the younger generation, especially these school-age kids, and how they become activists so young, so they'll get to hear from women on the front lines of this movement.
Definitely the front lines. These women have definitely a testimony to share. They look forward to having this conversation with our New Orleans community. They look forward to answering questions. They're here to be a free, open source to our community and our students. I was elated to hear them say that they wanted to come to New Orleans. I was elated to hear them say that they wanted to talk to students, and we're definitely looking forward to the opportunity. We're looking forward to the conversation on how these wonderful ladies can impact our students, how they can impact our community, especially around social justice, continue for us to push forward. I cannot state it enough. Our students have definitely been through a lot. These wonderful ladies have been through a lot, and we're looking forward to having this conversation to motivate our students in New Orleans.
Definitely, and as you kind of mentioned, they've heard these names, been part of these conversations. A lot of it, though, isn't geared towards their age group. This will be specifically for students.
This will be specifically for students on Friday. On Thursday, it's an open conversation for our New Orleans community. Our students, our families, our partners have the opportunity to come on Thursday to learn from them directly, to understand exactly what the movement was about, how it impacted their lives. It's definitely an educator and community event that's open and free to the public. We will be checking COVID vaccines as well as a PCR test of individuals who would like to come. But Friday is designed around motivating our students through resiliency. We understand that our students have been impacted not only by COVID, but Hurricane Ida, and we want to do as much as possible to provide unique opportunities to motivate our students. And this will be a series. We have more speakers lined to come to definitely talk to our New Orleans students and our community around ways that we can galvanize support for our students, ways that we can galvanize support for our community to get through this moment in time, to not only motivate them to be wonderful citizens for our community, but motivate them to be lifelong learners as well.
There you go. Very important conversations for these students. Thank you so much, Jamar, for joining us to tell us
Thank
more
you for
about
having
it.
me.
And the Mothers of the Movement
Yes.
event, guys, is taking place tomorrow at McDonough 35 High School. Again, the event is free, begins at 6:30. And then on Friday, the panel of mothers will share their stories with select New Orleans area students during a student resiliency pep rally at the Xavier Convocation Center. And since all students will not be able to attend, that event will be live streamed into classrooms.